Good morning and a very warm welcome to the Sunday Morning Club. You're here again. I'm Faye Chappell and I'm glad you're here to explore a truly magical topic with me today. Our theme is looking up, trying to find, cultivate, and see awe and wonder for a more magical life. So if you've ever felt like your world has become small and gray or weighed down by to-do lists, anything that really makes you feel small, this is your invitation to expand your perspective and to reconnect with the extraordinary. Welcome to the Sunday Morning Club, the place where we battle burnout and brew up bold ideas, preferably over a steamy cup of coffee. I'm Faye Chappell, and I'm your ringleader for these re-energizing Sundays. If you're ready to crack the code on resetting your mindset, rebooting your goals, and laughing a little along the way, well, you're in the right place. So let's dive in. Okay, so when was the last time that you truly felt breathtakingly in awe? Maybe it was witnessing a spectacular sunset. I know somebody that loves those. Looking up at maybe stars in the sky, or hearing a piece of music that gave you the chills, or really seeing incredible acts of human courage. Whatever it is, that feeling, that mix of wonder, of reverence, and feeling like you're part of something vast and magnificent, it's called awe. At least I like to call it awe. And according to scientists, they say that it is one of the most vital and overlooked emotions for our well-being, right? Because we're so focused on burnout, stress, and overwhelm, and they tend to shrink our world, and they make our problems feel enormous and all-consuming, and we get stuck in our heads about focusing on our worries and our endless tasks. And then awe does the exact opposite. It pulls us out of our heads. It makes us feel connected to something larger than ourselves. And in doing so, it also makes our personal problems feel a heck of a lot smaller and more manageable. So, studies have shown that experiencing awe can actually lower stress hormones. It can reduce inflammation, and a lot of us have that these days, right? And it can increase feelings of generosity and connection and really boost overall satisfaction. It is a powerful reset button for a stressed out mind. I know firsthand that it works. For me, it's music. I love going to concerts. They recharge me. They feel like meditation for me. So what we're trying to find is what your awe is, right? And the wonderful news is that you don't need to travel to some exotic location to experience it, because awe is all around us and it's waiting for you to notice. So today we're going to learn to really open our ears and our eyes and our hearts to the everyday wonder that can transform our perspective and infuse our lives with just a little bit more magic. So let's tap into that powerful emotion right now. Okay, we're going to do a bit of a awe flashback. So close your eyes and travel back in your memory to a time when you really felt a genuine sense of awe. It could be from your childhood or just last week. Maybe it was nature, or maybe it was a concert or a museum, or witnessing a powerful moment between people. I don't want you to just remember it. I want you to try to relive it. So what do you see? What do you hear? What does your body feel like? Right? Let's do a little bit of a somatic scan, right? You guys are interested in somatics? We'll talk about that more as we go along throughout the weeks. But as you hold this memory, I want you to notice what happens in your body. Do you feel a sense of openness in your chest? Or maybe you get goosebumps thinking about it. Or is your breath changing? This physical sensation is that signature of awe for you, okay? So I want you to really think about, when you're ready, open your eyes and either think about it or write it in the chat or write it in your journal. But I want you to share one word with us or with yourself that describes that feeling of awe. It might be vast or connected or humbled or wonder or magical, right? That might come into your mind. But I really want you to think about it, because that feeling, that is our North Star for today. That is what we're trying to connect to and be able to go back to anytime we want. Awe is an amazing thing, right? So the science of looking up, or how awe works, is really kind of interesting. It's, what actually happens in our brain and our bodies is interesting. When we feel awe, it's actually fascinating. I might say that a million times, but I love this subject. So there is, like, for example, what's called the small self effect. So awe really quiets that part of our brain that's associated with our self narrative, right? And our worries, and that default really network that we kind of go towards. And when you're looking at, like, the Milky Way, I'm an astrophysicist groupie. So when you're looking at it, you're not thinking about the stressful email you have to send. Your sense of self gets smaller, and so do your problems, because you're in a different state, right? It's a shift in perspective. By making us feel like a small part of a vast world, our awe focuses on us, forcing us to have this cognitive shift, right? It provides, like, instant perspective, right? It reminds us that our daily stressors are just a tiny little fraction of the scheme of things, right? And I got to stop saying right. Our pro-social behavior really changes. So our studies show that after experiencing awe, people are more likely to be kind, to be generous, to be cooperative. It makes us feel more connected to humanity as a whole, which is really powerful. It's a powerful antidote to that isolation that we can feel coming from burnout, right? And the other piece that I love about awe is it really can reduce inflammation, right? Believe it or not, it's true. Researchers have found that people who regularly experience that awe have lower levels of all of that inflammation markers in their body. So if you look at a beautiful sunset, it literally is good for your physical health. If you look at a beautiful sunrise, if you look at a beautiful flower, whatever causes awe will lower your inflammation levels, right? So awe really isn't just a fleeting, nice feeling. It's literally a fundamental human need. It has a profound psychological and physiological benefit, right? It's a tool that we can consciously use to improve our lives. So for those of you who are like, oh, I can't do meditation, I'm not very good at sitting still, I'm not very good at focus, this is a way to get you started. Think about giving yourself 5 or 10 minutes a day to experience awe. Now that you've looked back and you know where you have that sensation, you can look for other opportunities to do that, right? Albert Einstein captured that feeling perfectly. He said, this is a great quote, "The most beautiful thing that we can experience is the mysterious," right? It is the source of all true art and all science. So he really wanted to make sure that we understood this. I think the rest of the quote is something like, "He to whom this emotion is a stranger, who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe, is as good as dead. His eyes are closed." So let's keep our eyes open. Let's experience awe in everything we do. So I want you to take out your journals, and I want you to really write your personal map of wonder. So let's create our personal map, right, for more awe, okay? So you can I'm going to tell you a few prompts. You can write them in your journal. You can go back and do them later, or you can do them stop where I am right now if you're watching the replay, and do it. So think about what your personal gateways are to awe, right? So I want you to make a list, and I want you to put them in different categories. So let's for example start with nature. Nature could be sunsets, it could be forests, mountains, oceans, stars, storms. People love storms. I know there's a fabulous place just off in BC that people go to just to storm watch, and they are in awe of storm watching. So whatever it is in nature, I want you to write that down in your list. Then go to art and music. Is there a specific song, a type of music, a painting, a film, a beautiful building that really inspires you to have that sense of awe. Like I said before, I love to go to concerts. I'm always in awe of musicians. I'm transported and I feel very meditative when I'm watching somebody perform music. So what is your awe? Humanity, it could be watching acts of kindness or courage. We know a lot of people are addicted to certain areas of their streaming feeds. So maybe that's one that if you start watching more kindness or courage, that will give you more feeds. The algorithms will push that to you and you can watch and enjoy more, right? Or maybe it's watching a skilled athlete or an artist or just your child laughing. What in humanity causes you to have awe? And then finally, think about your big ideas, right? Or anyone's big ideas. It could be a mind-bending scientific concept, right? Or a profound philosophical idea. I am in awe, as I said before, of astrophysicists. I love it. I will say I'm a groupie. I can watch them all day. When they come to my city to do talks, I'm there. I have tickets for Neil deGrasse coming up in the fall. I love Brian Cox, but he's not coming anywhere near me for a while, so I just watch him online. But anytime I watch astrophysicists, I am in awe. So I love that. So write down your lists. And then number 2, I want you to really think about designing an awe walk, okay? An awe walk. It's a walk where your sole intention is just to look for things that are surprising, that are vast or wonderful. I'm going to design one for yourself for this week. Where will you go? Maybe a local park or a different street in your neighborhood or just even your backyard, but you're paying attention. And what are you looking for, right? It could be the intricate patterns on a leaf or the vastness of the sky between certain buildings, or maybe some small details in anything that you're missing. If you love architecture, then take some hours and go where you know you'll see these beautiful buildings that inspire you. Just give yourself an awe walk. And then finally, I really want you to think about let's call it an awesome action. I know, most of the time I make myself laugh, but maybe I make somebody else laugh too. So besides the walk, what is one other small thing that you can do this week to intentionally invite awe into your life, right? So if it's listen to a powerful piece of music with your headphones on and no distractions, or watch a nature documentary, or visit a museum online. That is so cool. You know, you can visit museums all over the world, all online. So commit to something. Those are 3 actions that I've already given you. We haven't done anything else today. So I really want you to embrace and feel how great this week of awe can be for you. So think about affirmations. You know, I love to talk about affirmations. And affirmations are just where you're going to push your intentions so you remember them, right? It can be as simple as, I am open to awe. That's it. And I want you to just really anchor that intention to see the magic in the world. So close your eyes right now and breathe in and feel your chest expand. Breathe out, releasing any smallness. And then I want you to repeat these affirmations, right? So just repeat them after me. I am open to the wonder that surrounds me every day. I choose to look up and see the bigger picture. I am part of something vast and beautiful and interconnected. I welcome moments of awe that give me perspective and peace. My world is filled with magic waiting to be noticed. So take 3 more deep, expansive breaths. I want you to feel your inner world expand to really greet that vastness of the universe. I want you to gently open your eyes. And you can use any of these affirmations all week long, or you can do your own, whatever you think. But I want you to really think that this is your week of being in awe. And if you say that every morning, then you will wake up in the morning. If your first intention is, I can't wait to see what is going to awe me today, then you will be looking for that and you will see how you feel better, your burnout dissipates, you reduce your cortisol level. Let's see how it goes. Again, drink my Kool-Aid, come along with me on the journey, and let's try it. So let's move into some breath work with, we'll call it the expansive sky breath. So this breath practice is really designed to create a feeling of spaciousness and expansion in your body, right? It's going to try to mirror that feeling of awe. So we're going to do a 3-part inhale. So as you first inhale into your belly, I want you to let it soften and expand. So inhale, your belly should go out, not in. You're going to let it soften and expand. And then without pausing, I want you to continue inhaling into your rib, right? Your rib cage, and I want you to feel it widen. So your whole midsection is going to widen, not get smaller. You're by yourself, so you don't have to worry, right? And then continue inhaling all the way up into your upper chest, right to your collarbone, right? And then so I want you to, again, as you inhale from your belly to your rib cage to your collarbone, and then I want you to pause for a moment at the top. And I want you to feel that fullness. And then a long, slow, complete exhale through your mouth, letting everything go, okay? So we're going to try it together. So we're going to inhale, belly, ribs, chest. I want you to pause with that fullness, and a long, slow exhale. Okay, let's do that again. Inhaling through your belly, expand your ribs, expand your chest, expand your collarbone, feel that fullness, and now exhale through your mouth. One more time. Inhaling belly, ribs, chest, collarbone, pause, and exhale. After that last round, I want you to return to your natural breath. And I want you to notice the feelness of openness and the space you've created, because you're not holding in your belly, you're not tightening your chest, you're expanding it and letting it move. Does that feel good? So if you want to do this expansiveness breathing this week, this is the one I'm going to ask you to do. Anytime you start feeling tight or tense, I want you to try to do the breath work. It's great to try it first thing in the morning. After you've set your intention, just do 2 or 3 breaths. That's all I'm asking you to do. It's like literally a couple of minutes in the morning before you get out of bed. Not a lot to ask, okay? So let's do a little bit of a guided meditation. Let's call it the cosmic zoom out. So I want you to settle in and close your eyes, and I want you to find your breath. And I want you to bring awareness to the room that you are in, okay? Just know that you're in this room. Your eyes are closed. And gently now imagine your awareness expanding as if you're floating upwards in that room, okay? See the building you are in. Now keep floating. Look at your neighborhood. Then start looking at your entire city or town. I want you to spread it out like a map. You're looking at it from a distance, from above it, right? And I want you to feel that gentle feeling of detachment, of perspective, and continue to float upwards. And I want you to see your province or your state, and then your country, and then your entire continent. And I want you to watch the oceans and the land masses and the swirling clouds around you, and float even higher, still seeing that beautiful blue and white planet, and it's suspended in this vast, quiet darkness of space. And I want you to feel the awe of this perspective. All the world's hustle and bustle, all its problems and joys contained on a single beautiful sphere. I want you to zoom out really further. I want you to see our whole solar system, the sun, a brilliant star, the planets in their silent, graceful dance. And further still, you're going to see our entire solar system in just one point of light, really among billions in the magnificent swirling spiral of the Milky Way galaxy. When you take a breath here, feeling the immense, mind-boggling scale of it all. And now I want you to gently begin your journey back through the galaxy, back to our solar system, seeing our precious Earth grow larger as you're returning to your continent, to your country, to your city, to your building, back into your room, back into your body, sitting here, breathing. You are both part of that incredible vastness and a unique, precious point of consciousness within it. So I want you to take 3 deep breaths. I want you to carry that expansiveness perspective with you as you gently open your eyes. How did that feel? I love that meditation. Whenever you feel that you can't handle anymore, I want you to really focus on how vast and so much awe is there in the universe for you. Okay, so let's take that feeling of expansiveness and awe into our bodies, all right? So let's start with some sunrise arms. So I want you to inhale and I want you to sweep your arms out to the sides and up overhead, reaching for the sky. And I want you to look up if it feels okay to, and then as you exhale, you want to bring your hands down and through into your heart center, okay? So again, we're going to inhale, sweep our arms above, feel the expansiveness, and bring it to our heart center. One more time. Opening up, feeling that expansiveness, and bringing to your heart center. You can do this any time of the day. When we stretch, when we expand our bodies, we start feeling that awe and that wonder, both in our bodies and wherever we are. So let's do a bit of a horizon twist. So I want you to inhale and lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, I want you to open your arms really wide. And then I want you to twist to the right as if you're looking out over a vast horizon. Right? And take 3 breaths. And then inhale to the center. And as you exhale, I want you to twist to the left and take 3 more breaths. So inhaling. Really look out towards the horizon. It doesn't matter if you're in a closet. You are good at focusing now and good at visualizing. Continue 1 more. And then inhaling into center and then slowly put your arms down. So now let's do some side bends. We'll talk about reaching for wonder. How's that? So I want you to inhale. And as you inhale, I want you to reach your left arm really high as if you're reaching for a star. And as you exhale, I want you to bend to the right. And I want you to feel the space you create in your side, right? Feel it. Take a few breaths. Don't crunch. I want you to expand up and over. And then we're going to slowly go down. I'm going to reach our right hand up and over to our sides, expanding our feelings and coming back down. Let's do that one more time, reaching up and over to the right and down. And then when you reach again, as you reach, try to extend your arms so you're reaching for a star and down. So let's do a bit of a spine roll. I want you to gently tuck your chin and slowly roll your spine forward. So vertebrae by vertebrae, like a waterfall, okay? And then just dangle for a few breaths and then slowly rise up. It's kind of like a cat-cow as we're sitting. So gently rolling forward and then rolling the spine back up. One more time, rolling forward. And as we roll up, we feel again that expansiveness throughout our whole chest, our belly, our midsection. Makes a huge difference. So now I want you to clasp your hands behind you, right behind you, and I want you to roll your shoulders back and open up your chest. I want you to breathe deeply into that heart space. I want you to feel that openness and a sense of wonder. And I want you to hold for 5 breaths. So I want you to do this for 5 breaths, okay? Here's just as we're holding here, I want to tell you a little hack. So a lot of us, our shoulders are forward because we're on our computer all day, including me. And I've trained thousands of people that the easiest way to open up the shoulders and get rid of that roundness is to simply walk around with your hands clasped behind your back. You see how your shoulders naturally pull back and your chest opens? If you just walk around like that as you're walking, you will begin to really focus on getting rid of that rounded shoulder. So it's a really simple way. You're opening your heart and you're also helping yourself to maintain a really good posture. So just do it as you're walking around the house throughout the day. It's really, really simple. It's a great hack. And then now let's talk a little bit. I always leave you with a wellness tip as well. So we're going to do either an awe jar or a wonder log. Okay, so because awe is powerful, we've said that, but the moments can be fleeting. So we want to really magnify their effect. I want you to capture those awe moments. So you can do it in two ways, and whichever one is best for you. So it can be a wonder log. You can keep a dedicated section in your journal, and once a day or a few times a week, you want to jot down one small thing that sparked wonder or awe in you. It could be something like that you saw, that you heard, or that you learned. And I want you to review this list whenever you need a powerful mood booster, okay? The other way to do it is the awe jar. So it's a great one for families or for visual people. So you just get a jar, and whenever you experience a moment of awe, write it on a piece of paper and put it in the jar, right? And when you're feeling down or you're feeling small, you can pull one out, right? Or maybe pull a few out and relive those magical moments, right? We do not take enough time to really focus on that awe. And today we chose to lift our gaze from our feet to the stars, right? We learn that awe is not just a fleeting emotion, but really a vital nutrient to a happy, resilient, magical life. And it's a practice of remembering our place in this vast, wonderful tapestry of existence, right? And I don't want you to ever forget that feeling. So I'm going to give you a little bit of an awe and wonder challenge for the week, right? So if you've written this all down, and there's nothing new here, we just recapping here. So number one is to take your awe walk, right? Go on a walk you designed in your journal already, and your only goal is to look for wonder, okay? And I want you to practice your awe in action. So do any awe-inspiring activity that you committed to, whether it was music or documentary. I want you to start your wonder log or your awe jar and capture at least 3 moments of awe this week. I'm not asking for a lot, 3 moments. It could actually happen today, right? And then I want you to really share that if you can. Share that wonder. Tell one other person about something that really amazed you this week, right? Or share an awesome moment in our group if you're part of our community, or down here in the comments. But sharing awe really doubles its power, right? Because you are now giving somebody else that opportunity, right? So I really want you to think about it. I really want you to understand that this is here for you. It is so easy and available and free, right? So thank you for opening your hearts and your minds to wonder today. Again, I'm Faye Chappell. May your week really be filled with moments of breathtaking awe this week. And I really want you to focus on yourself and give yourself this glorious, really glorious gift. So join me next week. We're going to do something else that's really inspiring. Absolutely share this with any friend that needs it this week. If you know somebody that needs a little bit of awe in their life, then this is the time to do it. So again, thank you very much. I appreciate you being with me, and I can't wait to see you next week. And that's a wrap for today's Sunday Morning Club session. Feeling inspired? Well, good. Keep riding that wave all week long. And don't forget to join me live every Sunday at 7 a.m. for real-time conversations. So if you miss a session, no worries. Grab the replays, sign up for our next big thing, and get all the juicy details at sunnymornings.club. So thanks for tuning in. Go out there and spark some magic in your life and in your business.